Hi guys, so today I'm going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. It's a game that I've always wanted to really play, and it looks really cute. You know, I'm into my visual novels, um, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in it. I have not played this before, so yeah, I have been advised that it gets a bit dark, but at the same time, I cannot tell you what is in the game. So, yeah, blind playthrough. That'll be interesting to do. So, let's get started. I am going to hopefully voice these characters if my voice lets me. So, yeah. So let's start. Oh god, it has begun. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayuri catch up to me. I have overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Eh? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Astra. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or anything. Oh, I should probably, warn y'all, I am very bad at reading out loud. Fine. But you did wait up for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Astra, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Oh my god, it has begun. I haven't been looking either. I keep getting confused who the characters are, oh my gosh. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayuri likes to worry a little too much about me, and when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Oh, so true, King. So true. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'll die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise you'll try? A little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I mean, she's only looking out for you, you know? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about me so much makes me want to ease her mind a little, at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. I'm gonna get a pen because I can't follow the words on the screen. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Why is this me? Why is this actually me? Oh my gosh. Clubs. Sayuri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Ugh. Me too. King, me too. Hello? Sayuri? Sayuri must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. Ugh, that's the Sayuri voice. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? That you could come to my club. Sayuri? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayuri is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Ugh. I can't even say literature, man. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Ugh, that was, ugh. You're gonna, ugh. I can't do voices. I can do voices. But at the same time, I can't do voices. Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. That's life advice, people. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much of an airhead, or she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Honestly, so me. Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I love that. I dejectedly follow Sayuri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. What kind of voice do I do for her? Because Sayuri gives me like main character said, like airhead vibes, alright? How am I gonna voice her? Because she's really cool. I feel like soft. I'm gonna try and do soft. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meeting you. Sayuri always says nice things about you. Seriously? You bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Astra, what a nice surprise. I'm gonna forget half these voices I've just done right now. Welcome to the club. All words escape from me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayuri. I'm sorry, but no one is thinking all of this, okay? If you are thinking this as you meet people, let me in on it, because I have, like, no thoughts, head empty kind of moment. You can just ignore her. Wait, hold on, Sayuri. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayuri says that quietly in my ear. That would have been helpful to say before. Then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say that about things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, okay, I got her right, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet you both. This is what I mean about me not following the subtitles. Oh my gosh. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Astra. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. So we're the same year as her? What year are we in? Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Astra. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, so I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayuri mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayuri. Monika is... okay. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room when Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Oof, she's opening the closets. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil tray off the... Words. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Oh my gosh, I love cats. That wasn't obvious before. I love cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. Honestly, why one? I'd take, like, loads. It's probably nice, right? It's delicious! Sayuri talks with her mouth full. Oh, should have done that with my mouth full, but okay. And has already managed to get icing on her face. Me. So me. You know, if cupcakes have icing in them, you're supposed to cut the actual cake in, like, half and, like, make a sandwich with it. I don't think I've ever done it, but yeah, I think you should do that. Okay, where is I? Okay. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help to notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Yeah? I thought you technically did. Sayuri said... Well, maybe. But not for you, you know? You... dummy? That was not the right intonation, and I've moved on from it. Alright. She's such a tsundere, though. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? I wouldn't know. I hate tea. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm British, right? I hate tea. I'm like a crime against British people. Or a crime against myself. Who's Monica? Okay. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. No, I do not. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayuri. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayuri seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Wait, she's the one that started the club? I would have taken Yuri to do it. She seems like such a book lover. Wow, okay. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing over the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when there's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Yuri's too shy to be a leader, maybe? Oh, that's true. That's true. But no, okay, I get that. And maybe she convinced Monica to do it, maybe? Or maybe they just wanted their own room or something, because Japanese schools, you get your own little club room, right? Did I read this line? Oh my god, I don't know. I'm gonna skip it. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. I've given Natsuki... Is it Natsuki? I think it's her. Some sort of a valley girl kind of accent, and I'm not even sure why. She just gives me that vibe. I don't think she should give me that vibe, but she does. I have a chat up on my phone and it's not going through, so yeah, that's nice. Fun. And the side stories that led up to the formation. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to play that one day. I just downloaded the free version because it looked cool. And I didn't want to pay money for the plus version if I wasn't going to play this game fully. So, it'll be something to do in the future, I guess. Such different girls, and all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Astra, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, does BL count? Does manga count? Little webtoons and everything. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I hope it's fun too, yes. It seems pretty fun so far. I haven't really got into the main parts of it yet. I'm still on like the first day or whatever, but it seems fun. Manga is literature. Okay. We'll go with that. I don't really read much of it though, because I tend to watch the animes, but you know, if it's like I know a new season isn't going to come through anytime soon, then I will end up reading it. Like, I think I read the Bleach one before it turned into an anime this year. So, yeah. Manga. Oh my god. I didn't even read the screen. Oh my gosh. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Say it, coward. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Oh my god, please do not change yourself for another person. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Oh, she looks like the type to read, like, I don't know, romance? And poems. I don't know why she gives me poem vibes. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of a teacup with a finger. My favourite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Okay, was not expecting that. Okay. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. I would be too. I used to read so much as a kid, oh my gosh. And then like high school hit and the teachers just like shoving it down our throats like every 5 minutes just kind of just put me off. I also hated the librarian, so, you know, I was, like, despite being in there so many times in, like, a day, I would not, I couldn't stand her, honestly. She's so glad I left when I did. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Honestly, anyone with me. I am not a talkative person. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if it's a story... If a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? But what? What gives you that idea? You left a You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. I can give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive, honestly. Poems. I never got poems. It's pretty cool, but honestly, if a writer is like talking about like red curtains and then we had to explain why they were red. I don't know, maybe they just like the colour red. Why don't you share them sometime? No? Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerability. I'm not even going to say that. It's too much for me right now. And showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. They'll sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri looked quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Oh, we get to read the poems? Okay. Do we get to write one? Honestly, if I wrote one, it's not going to be that interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to hearing Natsuki's poem after she's going on about it, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Astra? Ugh, me saying my name is just awful. Ugh. Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. The character writes poems, but we don't get to read ours directly. Damn, alright. Bit of hard work down the drain. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Honestly, MC is so me. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Astra... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Okay. That's kind of sad. I mean... Yay, we get to read theirs, but I kind of want to know what I wrote too. If I... like... okay. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Oh my god, really? Should have run out the door after the cupcake. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then, that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Astra, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Me every time I wrote something. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Astra, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she's always staying after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Does MC like Monica? Like, I don't know. I'm getting vibes. I, personally, kind of liking Yuri. She seems pretty cool. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. MC liking all the cute girls. Oof, this is the game for MC then. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortunes will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Yes! But at the same time, no. Pick words you think your favourite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Oh god, I have to pick words 20 times. Who do I want to get? Okay, so I wonder if I just pick random words. I'm gonna pick words that I'm just liking a little bit more, like entropy. Oof, I like that. I don't even know what that means, but yeah. Love a good poof. Rain cloud. Fantasy. I think I like Yuri. So, but I don't know. I'm just picking random words right now because I think, yeah, why not? You know, let fate decide. Why try and pursue a girl if she might not want me back? Marshmallows. I actually hate the pink marshmallows. White marshmallows are pretty cool, but coloured marshmallows just taste awful to me. Anime, yes. Can't have that without having anime. This poem is gonna end atrociously. Fireworks. Ribbon? I don't like any of these words. Headphones, because I'm wearing some now. Vivacious. That sounds cool. Yuri likes high fantasy and deep, complex story types. If you pick words that fit the style, she'll like it. I'm just gonna pick words, honestly. If it comes to Yuri liking it, then cool. If it comes to anyone else liking it, also cool, I guess. I want to know though, does this affect the future, like, let's say, I don't know, Sayuri likes my poem more. Do I go down like a Sayuri path? Or like, does it like open up and it just makes Sayuri like me a little bit better? After image. Treasure. Love treasure. Peaceful. Doki Doki, because that's the name of the game. Chocolate. I'm actually not a big chocolate fan anymore, but yeah. Games, because we're playing a game now. Disorientated. This is going to be such a mix of words, I can already tell. Bubbles. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. I should probably, I'm thinking cage anyway, going for a bit more Yuri side then. Destiny? I hope that's enough for Yuri. If it's not, then cool, whatever, you know? Hi again, Astra. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Astra. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. You'll have more poems to write in the future. Oh god, that was already hard enough. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me he didn't even want to join this club this year. Ugh, join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Okay. That's two people that said that, so... Okay. Manga's literature. I guess it is in a sense, because it's, you know, there's words. I guess anything with words in it's considered literature, right? Swiftly defeated Natsuki plops. Okay. Weird word choicing, but okay. Back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Astra always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Okay, I know this is oriented for, like, guys playing this, but... Okay. Sure, we'll be a guy for now, you know? I don't have... I want a gender-neutral version of this. Or at least, like... I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, Sayuri. That's because your room is so messy and it's just distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Honestly, me with the school kitchens. I am Sayuri. Sayuri is me. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Astra can become good friends too. Sayuri? As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh. Sayuri even bought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayuri? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. I cannot remember whose voice I'm doing anymore. It is that time of day. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, if you can read it at your own pace, I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but to notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for the chance. I cannot read. I can read, I can't say it out loud. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. She's getting her manga. She better be getting her manga. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her. In case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? Really? I mean, wait, hold on. I don't know. If someone said, what are my interests? I would probably say, anime. I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Oh, okay. Rude. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst. That is an odd consonant stack. Admit a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. True. I still have, I actually bought some of the One Piece mangas, and then I realized it's gonna get too much. So I have, 40 of them, and I'm missing, 3 in the middle somewhere. Because they were all sold out, so I was like, ugh, whatever. Leave it. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box a set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. Go with the former. Please go with the former. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Astra. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. She has some good life advice. But at the same time, actually, you are going to... I judge a book by its cover, okay? If it doesn't look appealing, I'm not going to pick it up, right? And then if I read the blurb of it, and it's not good, I'm not going to pick it up and read it. I'm also going to just take some water right now. Okay. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from Nox. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attires, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe? 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 Don't just stand there. Ugh. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Okay. I wasn't in the closet in the first... Well, I'm half in the closet, okay? She then takes a seat against the wall behind the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier for us to be close together like this? Don't say it like that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. Oh, but we noticed. We noticed. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then. That was a question? That was not a question tone. Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Not a big one for slice of life, to be honest. Prefer my shonen. Shonen, maybe some romance, but at the same time not, because it can be a bit cringe. And if it's anything I learned from like K-dramas, there is not a lot going on until like episode 8. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? I say that sarcastically. I don't think MC means that sarcastically, but I don't know. I find it hard to believe. It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking? This is like just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? I mean, it's called what? Parfait Girls? It's gonna be about food, right? There's no way it's not about food. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoyed baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. She's called me out there. Listen, the amount of things that I'll watch and then get into something because it was in like a manga or anime or something. Like, okay, when I binged Yuri on Ice, I wanted to go ice skating for like the next 3 months. I was shocking at it. I could not improve for the life of me. But yeah. Fun. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Okay. She's called me out. She keeps calling me out. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Anyway, she's just called me out. I don't know how to feel about that. You know what? I don't like her because of this. She's just calling me out on every single level direction. I'm getting attacked left, right, center. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up for a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. True. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, cute visual. We read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Jeez, she's not even reading. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series they enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Oh, hold on. Sorry, I keep getting these texts, so I need to answer them. Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Oh my god. She's both relatable, but she attacks me at the same point. I don't know how to feel about her. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I've conquered the first. Just people don't enjoy what I enjoy, so I just, you know. I'm already kind of a loser. Oh my god. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. It's not porn, my guy. It's not that difficult, okay? Bro, I still have my K-pop posters all over my room. And I went on a Zoom meeting with one of my teachers once. They saw it full on. And then I got questions about it, and I just had to just say, yeah, not my room. Even though it clearly was. It really was, okay? I should have really put the background up, but, you know, like one of those blurry backgrounds, or like, you know, the pre-made ones, but whatever. At least it's safe in here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Oh my god, that's cringe. Ugh. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? She's not? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is one of my favorite characters. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But she's not used to sharing her favourite manga with her friends. I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feelings you get when connecting with someone you like that. And being able to provide that for Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. A thought makes me smile a little. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just needed to make sure we had enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Wow, 2 books in 1 day. Whatever shall we read? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish this if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. Jeez, alright. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. Well, it's manga, so you're gonna get through it a bit faster than you are with whatever Yuri handed to us. I might fall behind in some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Oh wait, did we get one volume? It shouldn't be that much, right? Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? Relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. What did I expect from her, honestly? If her room is like that, her writing is not going to be, immaculate, is it? On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Okay. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Whose should I read first? Well, since I wanted Yuri's, I'm gonna go with Yuri's, right? Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through this. Ah, so it's bad? No? Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice it. It's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Still, I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Honestly, me when I wrote my weird poppy poem thing, I wrote it and it just sounded weird, but at the same time it sounded alright. I kind of wish I had a copy of it because it was not too bad, to be honest, in my opinion. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it'll all come to practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. I'm gonna take some water. Natsuki can be a bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh god, cursive. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlights have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calmed breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickens. I flicker? The light flickers? I flicker back. Okay. That's a bit deep. There is so much to unpack there. Like, a lot to unpack there. I'm not even sure, like, that. Does she need help? Do I... Okay. Okay, we're gonna carry on. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. It's not that it's terrible, it's cursive, and I can't read cursive. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script that often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Astra. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in a last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Honestly, that was the kind of poem we'd have to analyze for, like, high school. I hated it. Could never understand it. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay, you know what? Let's read Sayori's. She's our neighborhood kind of best friend, I guess. This is a good poem, Astra. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Astra. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Yeah, I was here for free cupcakes. Give me free food. Honestly, like, clubs back in my high school was literally a case of you show up if you want, you don't have to show up. And I kind of wish we had this, like, mentality of you have to join a club. Because, like, first of all, our clubs sucked, right? There's always, like, sport ones. There was never, like, a craft one or, like, reading or playing games or anything. It was always just a case of sport. That is it. So in a way, like, high school clubs suck. But if they had stuff like this and that they do in Japan, I wouldn't mind turning up to a few of these. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that though. That was not the words. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Okay, this is easier to read. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a raining day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That last line. Such a mood. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this? No? Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. It actually is, I think. Like, I think I tried once. I overslept once when I was in high school. Oh my god, right. I had to wait like 3-4 hours before I could eat. And I was just running off like sleep deprivation, and it was awful. Do not skip breakfast, okay? Even if you have to like take it and eat on your way to work, school, wherever you're going. It is not worth skipping breakfast. Just have something, okay? My issue was that I would have to wake up an hour early to eat breakfast, because if I ate like straight, oh my god, that did not make sense, hold on. I have to wake up an hour before I go anywhere, because if I didn't, then I wouldn't have time for food in the morning, because my digestion system doesn't like me eating straight away after waking up. Despite feeling hungry, I'll feel sick if I eat straight away, so I have to wait like 10 minutes. So yeah, even if you have to like wake up like slightly early just to eat, just do it, okay? Don't skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, I'm feeling Monica, you know. I can't do the voice, hold on. I don't even know what voice to give her anymore. I also have a really good thing for Natsuki when she comes back. Hold on. Hi Astra, having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring them up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Don't worry, Astra. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Astra. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Cuter? We chose entropy as our first word. Sayori's will be the best poem. Okay. Best to last, I guess? Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Oh my god. Does that mean we chose more Natsuki, words? And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. My poem was most appealing to Natsuki. No! She's actually the one I didn't want to get. Oh my gosh. I hope this... Okay. Damn. Alright. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. I'll take your word for it, Alice, honestly. I don't know. Something is off about them. I don't know what, but they seem too nice, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, where was I? They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. This is everyone, and then they write like some sort of masterpiece. I write, and it's not going to sound like that. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Honestly, fake it till you make it. Well, let's read it then. Oh god, it goes down. There's a scrolly bar. Oh my gosh. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction that spackle protrudes. I honestly am having a hard time reading this. A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Is there more? Hold on. Okay, this gives me like vibes of you caught someone having sex, basically. Like, but then at the end, it gives me like vibes of, I don't know, maybe you found someone? He was looking out. I'm not a poetry. Honestly, despite whatever my... Oh my gosh, what am I saying? I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm gonna move on. How do I move on? Okay, there we go. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. Oh my god. Thank you for the compliment, Alice. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is maybe her home life isn't that good. I don't know. Like, the first bit of it, what was it? Oh, I can't even remember. Oh my gosh, was it like angry boyfriend, right? Maybe like her mother and maybe she has like a stepfather or something. I don't know. Maybe that's too direct into the poem. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you can say that I had some sort of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit. Okay, but like a good epiphany or a bad epiphany? Because they're not that good, you know, sometimes. Epiphany is a sudden realization, right? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. So true, bestie, so true. Because when I used to write, as embarrassing as it was, fanfiction, I would get like so caught up in saying, oh my gosh, this paragraph is not long enough, and I'd get fixated to the point where the ending would never work because I'd never get to it. So just write it and edit it later, you know? First drafts are not supposed to be good. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. That doesn't really work with ballpoint pens. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Well, Natsuki's the best to last, I guess. Okay, well, let's start with things that I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh. Natsuki retorts, getting caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you've never actually said that? I say that mostly to myself. You know, some of these dialogue tags would be good in the thing together, because I read this and then I go, oh, I'm supposed to say that to myself and whatever. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I'm going tsundere vibes. It's not is it tsundere or is it something else? Dere. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Ugh, fine, I guess. Only because Monica made me if I don't. Okay. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. What do I say about this? It's short. And I guess it makes sense. But people can try, but that's about it. I feel like the ending is kind of deep. I'm not going to analyze it because honestly, my brain is not into it right now. Oh my gosh, I was supposed to turn my toggle on and I forgot to do it. Hold on. I turned the toggle on now. This is supposed to be Natsuki's toggle. Because she just gives me like angry, like toddler vibes. I don't know why. Natsuki has the cutest hand. I'm gonna agree with that because I can read it, okay? I couldn't read Yuri's and I couldn't read was it Monica? Oh my god, it was someone else's. I couldn't read. But yeah, at least I can read Natsuki's. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Okay, if that's the vibe she's going for, I guess it goes like that. But I'm gonna go. It could be a little bit more. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things that can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Okay. I'm gonna say she did alright with that. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Ooh, oof. She would do very well in my literature classes. Maybe she should have been president. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did... I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humour her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone else is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I'm getting the pen back. I can't read. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting it myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes landed on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watched each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Astra did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I can come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Astra liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? Oh my god, the music change. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Oof. Maybe you're just jealous that Astra appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way and make everything I do overly cutesy. Ah. Okay. Let me change that for you. Is it a bit louder now? Can you hear me as well? I thought it was low, but like no one said anything, so I was like, okay, it must be okay. Okay. Sometimes I might speak a bit quiet as well, so if you can't hear me, then just let me know, and I'll toggle the things again. I don't know what it said then, but okay. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Astra started showing up. Oh my god. What an insult. But at the same time, what? Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned to me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Astra... She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Oh my god, girl bitching. Ugh. Where am I? If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no real reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Gonna go 50-50 with that one. I feel like some things are better left unsaid. But, you know, to each their own, I guess. Help me explain that to Astra. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. Yeah, to make the English language more confusing. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Astra? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Listen, okay, I'm not a big fan of Natsuki. Okay, Yuri's my girl right now. Or we could go Sayuri route. In this situation, I'm gonna go Sayuri. I'm gonna go against Yuri. Mainly because I kind of agree with her, but at the same time, I don't, like, no. So, Sayuri. Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, trying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayuri? Eh? Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayuri uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Astra? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayuri wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. Oh my god, the music. What is this music, man? It's your immaturity that makes... Oh my god, that's not the right voice. It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayuri stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. How come Monica didn't say anything? Where was she in all of this? Was she just there, like, letting the chaos happen, popcorn in hand? I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayuri's vice president. I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. Eesh. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah. I mean, kind of, you know? Kind of. Just a little. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayuri is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Oh my god, I hate pronouns. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Astra, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Oh my god, more poems? And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn more about the kinds of poems that everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those that I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Astra, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Astra, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in this club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. I left the angry toggle on. I keep forgetting about my toggle, man. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. I want to spend time with some of these people, okay? I feel like I've got so far into this game, but at the same time, I really haven't. Okay, so if I want Yuri, actually, I just want anyone that isn't Natsuki right now. So maybe if I just go for like the dark words. What if I go for the dark words, you know? Philosophy. Journey. Melancholy. Unstable. Graveyard. After image. Pray, heaven sent. Sunset. I feel like that's not one, but waterfall. Misery. Ambient. Fantasy. Oh wait. Hold on, if I pick one. Whirlwind. Oh, is it every time I pick one that the little character moves that's who it goes for? Entropy. Hold on, but why is Monica not there then? Oh my gosh. I want to know now. Inferno. Imagination? Depression. Okay, depression is... Why is depression Sayuri? That's interesting. Maybe... Oh my god, oh my gosh. Okay, so at least I get what Natsuki's is. No, is it Natsuki? Yeah. Memories. Okay, memories is not... Existence. Oh my god, I should have picked that up earlier. Honestly, we're just looking at the words and just hoping for the best. Okay, I'm gonna get some water. Okay. Another day passes, and it's time for a club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Astra. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyways. Speaking of which, that's the wrong word, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we just take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that, all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you wouldn't have bought a snack before... You would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you planned it to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. There's just one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in the book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Astra to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. So true, so true. Do not get me started on that. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean it like that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. Really, it doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think like that. You were right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution? You mean retribution? Yeah, retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. True. To think we could be in the anime club by now. This could be called Doki Doki Anime Club. Sorry to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, come on. Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Who? Did she just get slapped? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Oh my god. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasped her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, okay. I thought it was one giant cookie. Okay, I didn't realize it was... Okay. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's probably pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all? You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances around at me. No, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Ah. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. Personally, I'm kind of rooting for Yuri. I really like Yuri. I don't think I'm picking the options for Yuri, but yeah, whatever. That makes no sense, though. You wouldn't have heard the bell ring. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Oof, talented, oof. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Ah, I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds so cool. I'll look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Astra. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow finished her entire cookie. Not somehow, okay? She was devouring hers, she was devouring Natsuki's. Everything, man, everything. Yuri's back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I feel like this... Okay. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad if it distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave to me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. I hope I'm saying that right. There's an ominous looking eye symbol in the front cover. Why are we reading this? It sounds like something we'd pick from like a cult or something. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in a high school who moves in with a long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Okay, honestly, I would read that. Yeah, if that's an actual book, I would probably read that. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. What's it called? Portrait of Markov? I mean, it can't be that. Okay. Haha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Astra? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goal or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Honestly, if you ever get me, I'm gonna save real quick. Honestly, like, if you get me talking about something that I enjoy too, that is me as well. Like, if I enjoy something, that fills my head for the next, like, 4 months at least. So she's not alone. This is why I like her, okay? And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or something. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understood what Yuri meant about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work too, right? I slide my desk up until it's against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Ugh, romance. It's as if it feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ooh, we're sharing a book. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah? Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it in my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Oh my god, you get a room, guys! My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot more ways. But she also second guesses all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like you can see into her head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Astra, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad thing or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's cute, kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that alright, Yuri? You kind of look down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. Wait. I bet we didn't even finish, what was it, Parfait Girls? That Natsuki lent us. I bet we didn't even finish that. Like, she was saying she wanted us to finish it today. Highly doubt we did that. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. do we have a preference over who we read first? Does it matter? I mean, I don't want to go Monica first, but if anyone has anything to say, then yeah. Any choice is a good choice. Okay. I'll go bottom to top then, I guess. Oh god, voices. Hi again, Astra. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, great job, Astra. I was gonna say ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. True. Actually apply that with your life, okay? Keep everyone's expectation of you, like, mid, so then if you ever, like, overperform, it seems pretty cool for yourself, right? And then if you underperform, it's like, well, we kind of expect that from you, you know? I did not have that luxury, okay? I overperformed as a child, and now everyone expects great things of me, and I hate it. But, yeah. We move with life, I guess. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Exactly. MC is right. That's not very fair. This game actually has really good life advice. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing too. Yes! Okay, anyway, I'm getting too excited over this. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes when readers are left to derive their own meanings out of it. Spoke like true poets, my guy. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both are allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all their nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about it. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, do you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you did too. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, I like her writing. I forgot about this. Oh my god. Okay. It's called Save Me. The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony? Words. Of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Oh my god. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me? I'm not a poet, so I have no idea what this is on about. I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty good until I got to the sine, cosine, and tangent, where I was reminded of high school and I just went, ugh, you know? And what the heck does vinyl on a pizza crust mean? Anyway, gonna move on. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing that I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. Okay, style choice, okay. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes me feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Huh? Breaking the fourth wall? Oh, and something unexpected may happen. Okay, now I feel like I have to save. I'm gonna go save real quick. I want to overwrite the save. But okay. Wait, is this tip even about writing? Exactly, that's what I mean. She's breaking the fourth wall here. What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, let's go Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Astra? How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why... You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. That's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offered that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people will just laugh at me. Do you really think that I'm getting voices mixed up? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Because she doesn't have close friends. But we will be her friend. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Oh god, script. Oh, that's long. The raccoon. Okay. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon is fed will always come back for more. That applies to any stray animals that you feed, by the way, at your home. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the nearly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite close, quite used to each other. Oh my gosh. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, and so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement, a rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. So, we are the raccoon? I'm sorry, Yuri is the raccoon? Okay. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express my vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own ways. I wanted to express that the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Astra? Well, yeah, I guess I do. Me with my VTubers, man. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best thing we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a bit more now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Alright, Natsuki. Honestly, I'm not seeing what this game is about right now. Like, are we just gonna keep sharing poems? I will head off once it reaches 1 o'clock because I have things to do tomorrow. So, another 12 minutes or so, give or take. Wait. There you go. I liked your last one better. Eh? Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little bit more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying, complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this meaning is just an excuse for having no meaning at all. Okay. I'm curious. I probably will play this like next week as well. Maybe. If it's not in next week's schedule, then the week after, because I really don't like leaving games like half finished for like months on end. Anyway, I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Oh god, okay. I love her writing though, it's so cute. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favourite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of her words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone. This is definitely hinting towards something else. Oh my gosh. No, do not follow this ideology, man. Like, what do you mean? Huh? So let's say if I liked anime and no one else liked anime, you wouldn't be friends with me just because I liked anime? Oof. Alright. Don't need your toxic self in my life. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. I honestly preferred yesterday's one. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like you? Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people will find out, they'd make fun of you or else they'll think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Okay, so true, bestie. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. People shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she had some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding her words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri makes me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she'd learned a lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing you unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Alright, Sayuri is the last one. Ooh, I like this one too, Astra. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thoughts? Oh, you want me to write something for you? Ugh. I don't even know what that said. I read it wrong. That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Yeah, I guess that's fitting of her. She's pretty upbeat as a person. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Okay. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayuri. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make it a nice, happy rainbow. Sayuri, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh, it is? Maybe I'm getting it better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Astra. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? I think that says bottles, right? Okay. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on a shelf with all my other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in the bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Oh, this is a long poem, man. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets, hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards, all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. That took a bit of a dark turn. I don't know what she said she likes bittersweet, so I guess it's bittersweet. But, ooh, I don't know how to feel about that. I think I like this poem though. That's the weird thing. I don't even know what to make out of it apart from bittersweet, and that's... Yeah, this is why... Yeah, I was never good at English, so... Holy crap. Sayuri, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. Honestly, I like the poem too. I think I prefer this one over everyone else's. Like, maybe I like this one, and I like Natsuki's first one actually. That was pretty nice. Even though it was really short, but it was still nice. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm going to keep writing out until I die. Haha, don't get ahead of yourself. Sayuri's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I feel like I'm getting called out on this game like so many times. Like, oof, okay. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today. So if everyone could come and sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry everyone so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayuri's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayuri is putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayuri, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayuri. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. If all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayuri looks worried. Guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do to help them out a little is... The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through a notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to imply emotion behind each line she recites, bring the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayuri? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering voice transformed into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. Oof, we love that. We love that. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Honestly, the quiet ones are always the ones that have, like, the most to them. Okay. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we're so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayuri, it's a lot harder than I thought. Honestly, public speaking is like one of my worst nightmares. I'm actually not too bad at it, but the thought of just being up there is really annoying. Like, it just, ugh. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best. It'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayuri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayuri is. It's serene and bittersweet. Well, that's her preferred style of poem, so yeah. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayuri's voice always gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayuri meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I can reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayuri finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayuri. Even Astra liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that mean? It came out nice, Sayuri. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Yeah? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do that in front of everyone. It is, honestly, public speaking, practice as often as you can for public speaking. Because when you do get to it, you're not a nervous wreck at that point, okay? Just do it, okay? Like, even if you're not the first, like, if you're in like a class presentation and you're doing it, like, even if you're not the first one to do it, you don't want to be the last one to do it. Because then, like, all the pressure just builds on you. Because then you start thinking, oh, yours is going to be even worse. So either be near the start or the middle. Don't wait till the end to do it. Or don't get picked to do it. Anyway. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Astra. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Astra lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it myself. Natsuki? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about what you lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy, you know? Why is she standing like that? Like, with the skirt, like, billowing out like that? Okay. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of this club, and impressing Monica... Okay, so MC likes Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make it a big deal out of this. It must be a little nice, though. Well... how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Astra, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a couple of days, a lot of things have changed, but today Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asks to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Ooh. It depends on the situation. If Sayori had asked first and then Yuri had asked, I would walk home with Sayori. But if, she just expects me to walk with her, then I'm gonna walk with Yuri because Yuri asked directly. I'm gonna say I'm gonna walk with Sayori. I feel bad for Yuri, but I wanna walk with Sayori. Oh no, I don't know. I'm gonna say Sayori. Okay. Sayori? You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. It's so silly, Astra. You still think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I already made up my mind. I really can't figure out can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird thing for Sayori to care so much about this. I don't know. I think she's getting jealous, man. I mean, I would not blame her. We are literally in a club full of girls. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay. I am actually going to save here and log out. Because I actually wanted to go at 1, thinking that the poems and the day would finish by then. And it did not finish by then. So, I am going to head off. The schedule will be posted on Twitter tomorrow sometime. Well, today technically because it's 1 a.m, but tomorrow after sleep. I do believe I'm taking tomorrow off, and then I'm gonna do some quizzes to get to know me a bit better on Tuesday, and I'll see more of what's going on later on. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you another time, Alice. I hope you enjoyed this stream. So yeah, for now I will switch to the ending screen and see you all later. Bye bye!